Good morning, fifth graders. I'm getting this done here before class even starts, which I do every once in a while. So today's section is all about units of capacity, and in other words, they're talking about metric units of capacity. We're talking about volume, talking about liquids. And really, there's only two that I can see in this section that they're dealing with. And it's liters and milliliters. And so I pulled out a chart here off the internet, and here you can see a milliliter at the very bottom. And then right in the middle here is liter. And so this is really the only column that we're concerning ourselves with here. This one right here. Okay. And only two, milliliter and liter. And you might ask yourself, well, how much is a milliliter? I mean, I have no idea. Maybe some of you can't even picture that. Well, there you go. That's what a milliliter looks like. It's not much, maybe a quarter or half of a teaspoon. Maybe it's well, at least when I was a little kid and I had to take some medicine, sometimes it'd be in liquid form, and if it tasted pretty nasty, I'd plug my nose, and that's how much my mom would give me. And then you might ask yourself, well, how much is a liter? Well, before I show you that, let me tell you that milliliter goes into a liter 1,000 times. And so we look here, this would go in a centimeter. I'm not sure I pronounced that right. 10 times, and this would go into that 10 times, and it goes into that 10 times. Well, 10 times 10 times 10 is what? 1,000. So 1,000 of these go into a liter. Well, what does a typical liter look like? It's actually pretty commonplace. It's something you see probably every day. There you go, water bottle. Pretty much a water bottle, most of them are liters. In fact, if you look at that carefully, I think it even says it right there, 1 liter. So there you go. Those are the two units of measurement when it comes to volume or liquids that we're talking about. So this very first page here in 12.5, it typically says to change from a larger unit to a smaller unit, you multiply. To change from a smaller unit to I think I said that wrong. To change from a larger unit to a smaller unit, you multiply. To change from a smaller unit to a larger unit, you divide. I'm still working on my first cup of coffee. All right. Down at the bottom of the page, it says, convince me, and it's reasoning. And it says, order these measurements from greatest to least to the smallest. Well, so first off, let's look at everything as a liter, okay? Because that's the largest volume. And so here we have 2,300 liters. I don't see anything larger than that. All right. What's the next largest? Well, now we're wondering here, because we've got two that are in milliliters, these two here. And before we go any further, let's convert those to liters. So we're looking at the same volume for each one. Well, how many of these go into a liter? 1,000. Okay? So 1,000 of those smaller ones is a liter. Well, here's 3,000. So that would be what? 3 liters. I'm just going to set that over here, 3 liters. 500 is half of those. It'd be 0.5 of a liter. All right? So now they're all the same. They're all liters. This is all in liters. What's the next largest amount? Well, it'd be 3 liters. I'll put comma 3 liters. What's the next largest one? I'm going to put a cross through that there. 2 liters. Cross through that one. What's the next? Oh, wait a second. Well, 22 liters. I should have had a whole cup of coffee before I started. So we'll put that 22. We're going to squeeze that right in there. You guys are going, Mr. Glazer, pay attention to what he's doing here. 22 liters would be the next one. Then 3 liters, then 2 liters. I think I'm doing that right. And then 0.5 of a liter. All right. When we start doing this next page here, once we get into like 3, 4, 5, 6, and so forth, I would let's just focus on the liters for starters and converting those. But what's the first question here? Let's see here. Let me. Oh, this is what I want right there. Move this over here. Okay. Explain how you can convert milliliters to liters. You would divide. By 1,000. Okay. What types of tools would you use to select to measure capacity? Oh, I don't know. How about a measuring cup? It does say tools though. I don't know. What's another one? How about a syringe? That might do it. Okay. All right. 3. It says convert each unit of capacity. So here's what I was talking about a minute ago. Let's just work on the liters here. How would you convert 2.75 liters to milliliters? All right. Well, you have to multiply. So we're going to multiply 2.75 by 1,000. 2.75 times 1,000. Okay, equals question mark. Well, what does that equal? Well, just move the decimal 3 places. There's 3 zeros. You're just going to move it 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to add a 0. So it's 2,750 milliliters. Okay. Okay, so let's find another one where we're converting liters. There we go. How about number 5 here? So 5, what's 5 times 1,000? 5,000. Okay. Let's see here. Number 7. All right, so here's our number. It's 0.027. Okay, and we're going to multiply that by 1,000. Move the decimal 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So what's it become? 27. 27 liters. All right. That's milliliter. 4 is milliliter. 6 is milliliter. 8 is milliliter. Let's drop down to 9. 9 is milliliter. 10 is, okay, 11. 11 is liters. What have we been doing? Let me move this up a little bit here. Okay, we have 4.27 times 1,000. Move the decimal 3 places. What do we get? You get 4,000. 4,270 milliliters. Okay. Number 12, liters. Convert that to milliliters. Multiply it by 1,000. 14, 0.35. Multiply it by 1,000. I'll do one more. How about number 20? Number 20, it's 9.05 times 1,000. Move the decimal 3 places. 1, 2, 3. Looks like we're going to be adding a 0 here. So what's going to end up being? 9,050 milliliters. Okay. All right, so that's converting liters to milliliters. Well, now let's convert milliliters to liters. How do you do that? Well, so let's look at number 4. Number 4, it's 3,000 milliliters. So we've been multiplying by 1,000. What do you think we're doing now? Now we divide by 1,000. Okay? So what's 3,000 divided by 1,000? That's 3 liters. 3,000, is that kind of hard to see? Hopefully not. 3,000, okay, divided by 1,000 equals 3 liters. How about number 6? Divide 250 by 1,000. Well, what are we doing? We're moving the decimal place. How many places are we moving the decimal? We're moving it 3 places. Here's 250. I wonder if I should pick a different color. I think you guys can see that, okay? Where's the decimal of 250? It's right here, okay? So I'm dividing by 1,000. Okay, all I need to do is move the decimal 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So what is it? It's 0.25. 0.25. Some of you might put 0.25, but it's the same thing. That doesn't matter. How about number 8? What's 400 divided by 1,000? Where's the decimal in 400? Here's 400. Where's the decimal in 400? It's right here. Move it 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So what is that? It's 0.4. Okay? 0.4. So, let me move down. I think you guys can do the rest of these on your own. I'll do one more here. How about number 15? Number 15, we have 2,640 milliliters. We want to know how many liters that is. We divide it by 1,000, okay, equals. Where's the decimal in this number? It's right here. Move it 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So it becomes what? 2.64. 2.64 liters. So I think you guys are good with that. 21, 22, you should be able to figure those out. Let's see here. Gosh, coffee's good in the morning. All right. This video is getting kind of long. I should not spend too much more time on this. Reasoning. Carla's famous punch calls for 3 liters of mango juice. The only mango juice you can find is sold in 500 milliliter cartons. How many cartons of mango juice does she need? Okay, so 500 milliliter cartons. Well, 500 milliliters is how much of a liter? Well, I think that was one of the problems we did very early on. 500 milliliters equals 0.5 of a liter, or you might say a half a liter. Okay, so 2 of those would be a full liter, and she needs how many? 3 full liters. Okay, so if she needs 3 full liters, she needs how many of these? Think about it. She needs 6 of them. So 6 cartons. All right. Okay, let's see here. Let's do 26. 1 cubic centimeter will hold 1 milliliter of water. Okay. How many milliliters will the aquarium below hold? How many liters will it hold? Well, so first off, we need to figure out the volume. And so how would you do that? That'd be length times width times height. All right? And then when we have that in centimeters, we know how many milliliters it's holding, because 1 centimeter, 1 cubic centimeter, okay, Okay, 1 cubic centimeter is the same as 1 milliliter of water. And then we're just simply converting that number. So I'm not going to do that all the way for you, but I'll give you a clue. It's over 20,000 milliliters. All right, and then don't forget, then you need to figure out how many liters it will hold. So there's 2 answers we're looking for in this one. All right. Okay, that's it for this video, and I think you guys should be good to go. And we'll check this. What is this? Monday. So Tuesday morning we'll check this. I will see you guys in a little while.